Hello, how are you today? And welcome to How to Create Your Colourful Life. This is my first Hangout, so please bear with me as I probably will need to check my notes and also just making sure that my microphone is on. Okay. Technology. If you can, please just I'm just gonna check online, make sure that you can hear me, because I have no idea if you can hear me or not. So if you can, okay, so you can hear me. Right. Okay, so hello and welcome to Create Your Colourful Life live hangout. If you would just like to say hello in the Q&A box, just so I know you're here and that you can hear me, that's fab. We'll take a look at your questions later on towards the end of the live hangout. We'll probably hang out for about 45 minutes. Yeah, so let's get started. So first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for joining me today on this first hangout. I decided to start doing hangouts because one of my promises to myself this year is to get more visible. Being a backstage beauty, as I call myself, and anyone else who does all the technical and practical stuff backstage, being visible is a really hard thing to do. You're so used to being in backstage, being in the twos and fro's of technology, and being the go-to person for the technical help and support and Bible of information. You don't often stand in the spotlight and get yourself out there. So that is my promise to myself, is to be brave and to come and hang out with you guys on at least a weekly basis, and also get more visible just on social media, and so that you can hear what I've got to say and hope that I can help you in some way. So I'll probably just start now, just to share my journey with you. It's important that you know where I've come from, what I'm about, and really know that I'm a real person. I'm not just some fake or whatever. Just trying to get in the limelight, because that's not what I'm about. I've got to step out and be brave, because the stuff that I've experienced that could probably help and support somebody somewhere, and if I can just help one person, that's vitally important to me. So how did I get started? Well, I've spent most of my life dotting about from school. I never really knew what I wanted to do. I felt like a fly on the wall. I never knew which group I belonged to. I never fitted into any one group. I generally would float from one the sort of the posh people, if you like, and the people from the council estate, or whatever. In my day, that's how you sort of represented people, and I could pretty much get on with everybody, but I didn't see that as a positive. And the same sort of went when I was started working. I'd had some issues in school where I just couldn't find my career. I wanted to be a mechanic. I was told by the deputy head that girls don't do mechanics, and I just felt lost completely. I thought I was creative, I did art and design. I was never brave enough to get on the stage, so I never engaged in drama. Perhaps I should have. So I was pretty much a lost soul, and I just ended up getting odd jobs, and was fortunate enough that my family did have their own businesses, and if I needed to, I could go and do some odd work here and there. When I started working while I was at college in McDonald's, which is an absolute fab place to start out. and that's probably where I started my systems journey. And at the time, I thought I'd met the man of my dreams. It was lovely, but it wasn't to be. And I spent 12 years in a seriously bad relationship that almost killed me, from my own personal point of view of how I felt about myself. And I just was crippled inside, and the mental and sometimes physical abuse was just too much to bear, and I had to get out. And I eventually plucked up the courage to do that. And I realised over that period of time that I'd never really grown. You know how you have in your 20s and early 30s, you go through this period of growth. And I was just completely numb to who I was, completely numb. And I had this whole new journey to live out. And at the time, I was pretty much in a self-pity state, and everything was negative. I couldn't see how my experience could be anything but, shouting up to the ceiling, as I call my God. Why me? Why have I gone through all this crap? Why have I been so sad the majority of my life when I have so much in my life? I had 3 children when I left my partner. Why me? Why has all this shit happened to me? Why? What do I need to do to stop it? And I really tried. I was on my own with 3 kids, and I was trying to get work and do my best, and thinking, this is it. It's my life. I'm single with the kids, and that's okay. I'm quite happy, and I will survive. I think I always have that survival instinct. I think otherwise I would have done myself in a long time ago if I hadn't. And so I was still putting myself in situations in the workplace where I didn't feel confident. I didn't go for the promotions, and it just wasn't any good for me. Anyway, I eventually met my now husband, and I must say, if it wasn't for him, I probably would never have got out from under the duvet, and I have a lot to thank him for. And he managed to give me that enough of a step up in order to be me now, sitting in front of you. And I don't know really what to share with you, what not. I think the journey has been really hard. I've spent most of my time crying, banging my head against the desk, and wondering, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to find that information I need to be the person I need to be, so that I can step out and share my story, and step out and use my experiences for the better for people. And I just kept going. And it's funny, I started originally in 2010 to have my 4th baby, and I literally started my business with my baby bouncing on my knee, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I'll start a business. I know that working for other people is just no good for me, and I'll just go and do something else. I'll just go and do something like organising, because that's what I'm good at. And so I did, and I created a business called Organised Little Things, which I've now closed the doors on. What I found was, because the inside of me, my core, wasn't quite right yet, it didn't matter what I was doing. I was just attracting those clients who did exactly what I didn't want to be doing. They were just people who fire for and didn't want to have any solutions in their life. They were happy in the chaos. They were happy whinging. They were happy doing things their way, completely their way, without seeing another way. outside of themselves in order to make their life better. And I just couldn't stand it, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm going to have to go and get a job. I'm gonna have to stop this thing that I'm doing and get a job. And that I was like, no, I just couldn't possibly do that. That is just too painful. And I had to really think about what I was going to do next. And anyway, one of the clients I did have later on, when I was sort of making those decisions to change, was a lady who introduced me to dynamics testing, and that completely changed my viewpoint and took me back on the systems path, something that I hadn't realised I've been doing throughout my career. And that was the common thread. It wasn't that I didn't have a career. It wasn't that I was supposed to be an accountant or a solicitor, or the bit that is really me is being able to see how things can work effectively and efficiently for the person they are meant to be used for in order to reach their goals and dreams. And it was like, whoa, the revelation of that happened at the sort of autumn time last year, and I was like, oh gosh, okay. So it really helped me to put things into place and to really take that pressure off, so that other things come to the forefront. And I started to see how I really want to spend my life, and that I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do, and we were struggling, and that's how the Savvy Systems company was born. And I did struggle there on how I was going to make systems a smiley, friendly, bubbly place to be, because I couldn't stand the fact that everyone thinks systems were boring, and I had to, and I wanted to, thread my personality into my business in a really strong way. And so that is why I try and be really colourful, and I share my works of art, if you like, within social media, and I come from a place of the person rather than telling you all about systems all the time. That will change going forward. I am gonna get a bit more technical and practical. I think my fear set in a little bit with my ego had decided that I wasn't quite good enough to share those kind of things with you. There was so much other really good stuff going on out in the world that I was comparing myself to others, and I felt like I wasn't good enough. But no more. I've made the decision that regardless of what people say, regardless of how other people talk about me behind my back, if they even bother to waste their time doing that, that it doesn't matter, because what matters to me is that I'm happy and that you are happy in my community, and that I'm serving you to the best of my ability. That does mean some two-way communication. So if you are here now, or are you watching online, you must just pop me an email, Samantha@thesavvysystemscompany.co.uk, and submit a question while we're online, because I just realised I have actually sent you guys a link onto my website, so you might not be able to do the Q&A on the Google Hangout, but that's fine. I can check my email here straight away, and if you've got any questions, please just pop them on. Anyway, so I think since the autumn last year, and then the reason why I'm sharing this with you is, let me just connect the phone. I mentioned you earlier. And yeah, the reason why I'm sharing these things with you is it's not because I want to just talk about myself, because actually I don't really like doing that. It's a bit of practice for me to talk about myself, because, like I say, it's good to step out of your comfort zone. But also, I want you to really understand where I'm coming from, and that I'm not just a systems technical person. I'm a systems technical person, a practical person with a heart. and I really care about what happens in your life and how we affect each other. Sorry. That really does matter to me. So that's why I'm sharing. Anyway, defining moments. I think I've met so many wonderful people online that have really, truly helped me on my journey. And they've introduced me to some different ways of looking at my life and how I approach it. Now, I always wanted to create for people, and you'll see that from my website, that I've got a personality productivity test there and a quiz thing, and every time I work with my clients, I work on their schedule with them, and I make it so it's really personal to them. I don't try and change your scattiness. I don't try and change your chaos. I just want to make it better for you and more simple for you by bringing more support into place. I'm going to have a sip of water. So defining moments for me would be the people that I've met. I've tried EFT. I've tried the whole law of attraction thing. I'm really open to trying things that will make a difference. They have to have a little bit of scientific attribute to them for me to try them. I have to see some evidence, but I will try things to make my life better. And once I've experienced that, then I do share those with my clients and people around me, because it's really important that, if something's not happening for you, that you're really open to how you go about making that change for the better. So I've made a lot of friends online, and I say that they are my support network, and I meet with them regularly, I chat with them regularly, and I'm within certain groups, and I always play an active part within groups and support people, and they support me back. And without that, knowing that other people are struggling in different ways, that I'm not alone, and knowing that there's always someone out there to answer a question, that's just awesome. And I just want to be there for you and others to do that. So the biggest thing really for me has been a massive mindset change, literally in a matter of weeks. I don't know what happened. I just suddenly looked at what I was doing and thought, hold on a minute, if I just do that, that's really easy. Why haven't I been doing that before? And the point is, I just wasn't ready. I just couldn't see it yet, and that's okay. And it's okay to not see the answers. They will come, and they will come at the right time. The other thing that that, like I say, is the support network I have, and that is really really important. And without it, there's no way I would be able to do what I'm doing. So okay, so how did I come about in creating Colourful Life? What made me think of that? I think I was looking at what everyone was doing out in the world, and looking at how people define success. And someone posted something the other day, well, it's probably a couple of weeks ago now, and they were complaining about somebody releasing a program that was about business success, and when this person in their eyes had financial issues. And I was like, okay, that's fine, but the thing is, success means so many different things to individual people. And if define success, And basically, I was thinking success for me was getting out of bed in the morning. Success for me is being able to pick my kids up from school. Success for me is, being able to stand up in front of a group and lead a team, or, success for me is doing a live Google Hangout. Just really have a think about what success is for you. Yes, we all know that we need money. Yes, money, unfortunately, we can't do without it, and it's needed in life. And I think it's just remembering that money is a tool and not everything, and that those things that you want to achieve and live can happen from a place of, it's something internal, that regardless of money, you can still laugh, you can still smile, you can still go for a walk, you can join nature, you can do all of those things. And for me, and that is most important. And so defining success is a personal thing, and it's not all to do with money. Excuse me. And I really wanted to show people how they can be successful from a different point of view, and that the power of their everyday life was what success was. The outcomes are, to me, merely bonuses of how I can support and help my life and others' lives in a more intrinsic way. So I just want you to think about that for a moment and just think, what does success mean to me, and what does that look like, and write that down. And that is key. I'm a bit of a stickler for writing with a real pen and paper. You might not think that because I'm quite a technical geek, but just don't forget the pen and paper when it comes to your thought processes. There's something magical that happens when you write for real. The flow of your hand imprints patterns in your brain. And I haven't studied it yet, but I will do, because I know for a fact from personal experience that it's really key. And I'm sure if there's any handwriting experts out there, they would probably agree with me. So yeah, when you're really, really in that throes of creativity and wanting to really understand something within yourself, please get a pen and paper out. Don't use a computer, because this is real programming into your brain. I'm probably going off track quite a lot here, because this is my first Hangout and I'm just going to go with the flow a bit. But basically, colourful life. So for me, a colourful life is defining things within your life. So that's self-care. That's the primary important thing. There's structure, and there's social, and there's services. So if you're running a business, the services comes under that remit, and that's how you present yourself and how you engage with your community, and all of those things. The social is what kind of fun you're going to have. How do you interact online? How do you present yourself? It's just all about the fun. Support is obviously within there. There's friends, there's family, there's work colleagues, there's all elements. Structure is how you design your day to achieve the things you want to achieve in life as a whole. And self-care, which is probably what I'm going to focus on today. Self-care is so vitally important, and I think it's one of the things that I totally forgot about myself completely over the past nearly 40 years. And it's only in the last sort of 2 that I think that I've paid more attention to how I spend my time for me, and I've probably become more selfish over my time. I now do more running. I always spend time in the morning, probably after I've dropped the kids off at school, journaling, just getting my head together, going for a walk, or listening to music. You know, at least an hour a day. I would say that I think about myself and taking care of myself. So eating healthily and all those things, because without me, there's a whole massive domino line of things that can go wrong in my life. Um, you know, for everyone around me, my family, you know, my children, my husband, they all rely on me, and that's fine. I totally adore that I'm here for them. But if I don't look after myself, then I can't be here. And that goes for you too. You know, what are you doing in your life and with your time? Are you truly looking after yourself? Are you making time to go and do something you enjoy, like plugging into nature, or going to shoot archery, or climbing a mountain, you know, going off on a girly holiday, or a blokey holiday, if you're a bloke and listening? You know, there's all these things that they're non-negotiables in your life. You've got to do them. You've got to fulfill that passion, and if that passion's in your business, then fab, because we shouldn't separate our business and our life too much. You know, in our business we should be all of ourselves, and you know, whatever you do in your life, celebrate who you are, to have that time out, to demonstrating your fun that you have in an authentic way, then show your clients that's what you're doing, because that is the biggest gift you can give to them. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. I'm going to be sharing things that I'm doing, because life is quite rapidly changing for me, and I want to share that with you. And not from a place of, oh, look at me. This is from a place of, do you know what? I got up off the floor. I felt like shit, but I got up and did it anyway. And, you know, no matter what is going on with your life, there is always someone out there who's got more of a struggle and still steps up every day. And remember that if you need to step up, there's always a hand out there waiting to help you, to hold your hand, pull you up, and take you on some of the journey so that you can get going. So if something's not going on right for you, take that hand. There's someone out there for you, waiting to support you and help you. Okay, so I was just checking the time here, because, okay, you're okay, half an hour, so I hope you're okay. Please, yes, like I say, do pop me a question via email, samantha@thesavvysystemscompany.co.uk, or indeed, if you're hanging out with me live, you can ask the questions in the box to your right. I think there should be. I think I better focus on a few more things that are a bit more direct instead of me rambling on. Okay, so I think I just need to share some tips really on the kind of things that you can do in your life to, you know, really create that colourful life. And I just want to just make sure that I'm covering some things that I said I would. I think, you know, you've really got to be at one with your personality. You need to understand your fables, and all those little things that are so important about you. You know, if you are scatty, that's okay. Work with it. You know, everyone's got a natural pattern, and if you can work alongside that, that's fine. And what I say to my clients, and something that I'd work on more heavily with you if you were a client with me, is that you colour code your diary. Now, I like coloured pens. I want you to, this is a little task for you this week, and I'd really love it if you come and let me know how you've gone, either on my Facebook page or indeed send me an email. But I want you to go and buy a pen in your favourite colour, and it has to be real life pens. Go and buy a pen in your favourite colour, and I want you 2, start by blocking out at least an hour a week, okay, for the next 2 weeks in your favourite colour. That is time that is just for you. And if you're feeling a little braver, I want you to build up to 2 hours per week where you're spending time that is just for you. Now that's going, like I say, going for a walk, going to chill out, whatever your favourite thing is. And let me just say, some of that time should be on your own, for your own personal rejuvenation. You need to have some totally you time to just whether you want to discover something new. I recently started meditating, thank you to Joe Westwood, who just 10 minutes a day. I never thought I'd be able to do that because I could never close my mind off long enough because I just go off and think things, but I've done it. I can keep my mind peaceful for at least 10 minutes. So block out at least an hour a week for the next 2 weeks, and then gradually increase it until every single day you've got at least an hour. And I know some of you will find this hard, so if you think I'm like some of you are thinking, oh, what, an hour, I already do that, then fab, that's brilliant. But you, the person who spends no time on themselves, just 1 hour a week, please do that. See how it feels and see what difference it makes to you. You can spend time journaling, you can spend time meditating, you can go for a walk, a run, a swim, somewhere where you're in your own personal space that you can really just completely tune into nothing, just beauty, mindfulness, just taking time out. I recently did go, I went for a whole walk for 2 hours a couple of weeks back. I think it was the first bank holiday weekend in May. And I literally said to my husband, you know what, I just want to go for a walk. And I went for 2 hours. And I went and bought a coffee or something like that and a magazine. And I sat on a rock by the river. And I just sat and I completely absorbed in the magazine. There was people around me and I was just in my little world, and it was freaking awesome. And I could hear the birds singing, the river flowing, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And I felt so energized, and just from that point on, my energy has not disappeared. It's like the rock must have been absorbing something from there, the river and the birds just made my heart sing, and it's just nothing like it. And you need to tune in to whatever makes you feel like that on a regular basis. So that's tip number 1. That is, please, I'm challenging you to make sure you have at least an hour a week just for you time, no one else. It's non-negotiable. That is you, and do it. I've got 4 kids, so there are no excuses. You have the time. The time is there already, waiting for you to do it. Okay, so that's tip number 1. Schedule some time. Okay. So tip number 2. Okay. Is work out one piece of support you can put in place in your business or life. Now that could be, just getting something like time trade to book your appointments. And if you're not sure how to work that, just tag me and I'll share a video with you or something with it. That's fine. Get time trade or get Visita. Time trade's a good one because it's free. It's really good, easy, simple, just to get started. To get people booking appointments online with you, or via email. So you don't have to do that whole table tennis type thing with people on, oh no, I haven't got that date, or no, we can't do that day, or maybe it's someone that you can't necessarily get on the phone with and sort these things out. But time trade enables you to put a link on your website, so people can actually book an appointment with you at a time that suits them and that you've already scheduled in. So within time trade, you've got a calendar and you can allocate appointment times of 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and you put them in where they're suited to you. So if you want to do a load of calls on a Tuesday morning, then you'd put them in the different time sections in there and book them in. So you always know on Tuesday morning that's when your calls are going to be booked. If you want to have personal meetings on a Thursday, you'd associate that and timetable that time in as well. So I think, you know, calendar is a vital piece of equipment in your business, obviously, and life. And that actually integrates and communicates with your Google Calendar if that's what you use. And I think it also communicates with iPhones as well. So, you know, once someone's made an appointment, it will be sat in your calendar and you'll know about it, and you also get emailed. So it's an essential tool, and it will take some pressure off, because I know most of us spend a lot of time, you know, trying to arrange appointments, rearrange appointments. You know, maybe someone cancels, well, then you just, you know, send them a link and they can rearrange the appointment themselves, you know, and it's all done. You can put nice messages in there, so you can still be personal, and I think that is a key thing to save you some time. So self-care, schedule, and I think also, you know, you really need to, if you're thinking of, you know, if you are running a business, then you really need to think about how you can leverage your time, and you need to create a product that means that you don't have to be there. You know, you can record videos, audios, and create worksheets, and all that can be done and shared really simply without too much technical know-how. And something that I'm going to be doing going forward is helping you to create training and programs online. I've had a lot of experience training, and I really, really want to embody that into you know, a program to support people and empower people to create online training programs in a really simple and supported way. So there's three tips there for you. So the self-care, I want you to start creating an hour a week just for you, for your own personal time. There's the scheduling, you know, make sure that you're scheduling the time in where you want to spend it with your clients, and use an app like Time Trade. And number three is your services. Is, you know, how can you create a program out of the knowledge that you've got that means that you can earn you money while you sleep? And I think they're the three top tips for me to share today. And all of those things, you know, they're really, really going to support your personality. They're going to give you some leeway and some free time, and they're going to, you know, so you can really sort of get stuck in to the stuff that you really, really want to do. And you know, there's always going to be somebody, like in a group that you're in, that knows how to do that can support you. And even if you don't come to me, that's okay. That's fine. There's plenty of groups out there with people with information that will support you and show you how to do that. So, you know, make the most of that opportunity of getting that support. If you're in a Facebook group, or in a mastermind, or, you know, or like I say, please, please, please. I'm really, really happy to, you know, if people send me questions, then I'm going to answer them. I'll either answer that through a screencast video, which means I can show you exactly how to do something on my screen, or I can send you a video and explain stuff to you, or I can have a Skype chat with you, which I'm more than happy to do. I'd really love to do that, be able to support you. You know, there's a certain amount of time I'm quite happy to give away to show you some little things and show you how to do things, or just help you feel confident about taking action and talking you through something. That's okay. Okay. So please, if you have any questions, like I say, pop them in the Q&A on Google Hangout or email me them. I would be really excited to answer your questions. Now, I on one of my other visibility things, I haven't done any live training or being out presenting or anything for quite a long time, and so I sort of like just took the plunge and decided to create an event, and it's called Create Your Colourful Life in a Day, in one day, and it's a workshop where you'll be totally supported, and it's in a beautiful place in Wiltshire, which is not far from Bath, where you'll be looked after and provided lunch. I just want to create a really lovely day, and I will take you through step by step how to create your colourful life, and by the end of it you will leave with a mini action plan that you can go and implement for the next 21 days after the event, so that you can start to get into that habit. And that's all this is all really about. It's just creating new habits. And I never really thought that I would be a person to write a journal every day. I started about November last year, and I haven't stopped, and it's freaking awesome. Writing a journal every day just releases so much pressure. And these are some of the things, that meditation, journaling, walking, there's going to be a lot of that discussed on the day, and I will be taking you through some methods during the day that will show you how to create your perfect day every day of your life. Things happen, and that's okay. If you've got a little bit of a plan or a promise to yourself, I know Kathy Dean calls them promises, and if you make a promise to yourself and a commitment to be non-negotiable on some things in your life, and most importantly self-care, then you're going to see a rapid improvement in how you are in the world. I mean, take it from me, there's no way I would have done this a few months ago. I just was not in the best place for it. And I must admit, I was skeptical about journaling, meditating, and I would never stop it now. It is amazing. And I'm not saying they're the things you have to do, but during that day I will make sure that you find something, deep down inside of you, there's something that you really want to do, and we'll make sure that you find it on that day, and we're going to look at creating your colourful life diary. By the end of the day, you will have a plan. You will have something to move on with. We will look at your environment, your experiences, the equipment that you use, the people around you, how you communicate, how you cooperate, how you coordinate things, the collaborations in your life. What habits do you do that make you feel sad? What habits do you do that make you feel happy? That there's going to encompass all of those things within this day. And it may sound like a lot, but I'm actually going to do it in such a simple way that you will just enjoy the whole day. And I make that promise to you that at the end of that day, you're going to go out of there feeling awesome. I also have Alison Armitage of Divine Living Space, who's coming along, and she's an interior designer to entrepreneurs, and she will be looking at colours in more detail. Obviously, that's going to be a really important thing threading through for me now, and it has been anyway. So she'll be looking at the moods of colours and what they mean, and how you can incorporate them into your life to increase that energy around you. And we all know that the more energy that we have, the more we can do. So there's going to be a lot of that, and there'll be opportunity perhaps to have a little walk around the Beechfield House, which is set in Wiltshire. Hopefully we'll get a sunny day so that we can do that. But actually, walking out in the rain, it's actually very lovely. You just got to do it right. You've got to make sure you get your wellies on and your rain mac, and you're fine. So we will be having a whole day from 9 until about 5, totally immersed in how we're going to create a colourful life for you, and it's going to be a really filled with women who are like-minded, who are all in that place for the very reason that they want to make a change, and committed to doing that, and that, you know, we're all going to be supported and in confidence within that situation. And it's really important to me that I get that opportunity to share with you guys, you know, the stuff in my head that's going to help you. And yes, I will be mentioning systems, but from a completely non-technical way. You know, systems within the self-care element is how you process things, is how you take those steps. It's how you engage with your environment. It's how you communicate. You know, there's all those things. It's about it's about making your crap colourful in whatever way you need to get through the day and to reach those successes that you value. You know, the real success in your life, which, like me, was getting out of bed in the morning, or seeing a kid smile, or just not having to worry about, you know, things happening tomorrow. You know, there's all those things. So to actually join the event, if you'd like to come and meet me and spend a day with me and work on creating your colourful life, then please just pop over to my website, the savvysystemscompany.co.uk, pop to the gigs tab, and the first event on there is Create Your Colourful Life. If you just click on the more details, it'll take you to the page, it'll share some more information with you, and you can register on there too. Okay, I'm just checking questions. I'm hoping you had some value from today. I know we've gone a little bit round the in here with things. It's purely because like I say, this is my first Hangout. I just wanted to see how it flowed and how things have gone. But what I really would appreciate that if you have any questions, something has sparked something inside of you today, but I didn't quite answer your question, or you're expecting something different, or whatever that may be, then I really would appreciate you popping me a question, either by you know, popping on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/the Savvy Systems Coach, popping me an email, Samantha at the savvysystemscompany.co.uk, and, you know, engage, speak to me. It's so important that now I'm being visible, that you ask me the questions you want to know. I am technical, I am practical, I'm also loving and nurturing, and really care about what you need. So please ask me a question, and I will. You know, I've got in my plans, I've got a thing called Fix It Friday. So if you need something fixing within your business or life, then I'm going to start doing some videos about that. But to do that, I want to know what you want to learn, what you want to hear, what you want to experience, and you know, if you want to know how to do things, then please, you know, let me know. I'm here to help, I'm here to support, and I'm going to share whatever's in my brain that can help you. And if I need to go and learn something new, then I will. That's what I love to do too. So please don't get stuck in the running of your business. Focus on looking after yourself, and focus on living in your passion, and leave the running of your business and the systems, technical, practical crap that you don't enjoy to me. I just want to give you a big thanks for hanging out with me today. Please remember questions. I may have said that a million times, but I just really want you to speak to me. Not in a sort of desperate way, but just because I want to know that you're there, and that you know, you've got questions for me, and that I can answer them for you. It's really important to me. Just really want to make life easier for you, and doing something that I love. So I'm going to say goodbye now and say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just checking my notes because I think I've completely gone off and haven't told you half the things I wanted to tell you today. But like I say, I'm going to be doing this every week, and if you want to sign up, you just need to go over to the savvysystemscompany.co.uk/live-hangout, and you can sign up there, because although this actual video is public today, the future videos will be sign up only, and I'll be sharing with them my community. I may release some odd ones into the public, or release them for like a week at a time. So yeah, please sign up, because then you'll be sent the replay. I hope you have found some benefit out of today. Like I say, if you have and you want to ask me any questions, or you just want to say hello, or thank you, or whatever, please just pop me a mail, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'll be posting on my page and in and around social media my next Hangout. I'm hoping to keep to Thursdays, but might not necessarily be the case, just because sometimes I have to juggle a little bit of my colourful life around the children, which is important to me. So, but if I need to, I will record things in advance and let you ask me questions via email in the future. But for now, that's goodbye from me, and I hope you've enjoyed today, and I really appreciate you tagging along and hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.